Hey everyone, welcome back. In this particular video, we are going to see how to set up our own SMTP server to send thousands of email. And as we know, we are in the Gophish series. Then at some point, we definitely need to send the emails, right? And at that point, we need a SMTP server. So yeah, that's what we are going to in this particular video. We are going to set up our own email server. See, here is a thing. I have already tried to set up email server with the Docker email. I have already tried the setup with the mail cow, but the problem was when I set up the server with these two methods, it is not working with the Gophish. So that's why I'm going to try the third method right now, and hopefully this particular method works. Then definitely I'm going to include this particular video in the video series. Otherwise, it will go into the trash as last two are gone, right? Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open my cloud account. So right now, can you see in my cloud account, I have already created mail.opentfcloud.com and this is the server. And as I said, simply thing it is not working. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click on the destroy and I'm going to delete this particular server. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new server right here. And this time we are going to use the cyber panel to host the email server, because in the past I saw that panel is allowing the email spoofing. So I hope it works with the Gofish also. And yeah, that's why we are going to try the cyber panel. Okay, so right now the location, we need to select the location which is default, the Ubuntu 22.04, as I absolutely like that particular OS. Regular one, and I'm going to choose the 4 GB RAM 2 core CPUs. You can choose any, by the way. I'm choosing this because I need to fast forward the process. So that's why I'm choosing the bigger version of the server. Let me add my password right here, and once it is done, in the name of the hostname I'm going to add mail.opentfcloud.com. Why? Because it helps me to create the free PTR record for the IP also. In case of the mail server it is needed, in some cases it is needed, but it is better to have that PTR record, otherwise it will sometimes creates the issue. Okay, so right now, meantime, this server is getting created. Let's do one thing. Let's check the DNS. So this is the domain I'm going to use for setting up the email server. Let me go to the DNS option. And can you see there are a lot of records that I have added in the past. So this is the dash.testserver.sum, which is basically hosting my Gophish URL. And the mail is basically responsible for mail server. So in case you don't have this particular record, please create one mail and then add your IP address, whatever it is. So right now in my case the server IP address is not ready as it is getting created. So what I will do, I'll just keep this particular record in the back and I'll just delete rest of the records, because these records are from the my previous video, right? So let me just delete all of those record. Can I do the bulk on action? I'm not sure. Let me check. Let's delete this one also. I'll add new one. Okay, delete 7 record. Yes, I can do the bulk action. Nice thing. Okay, so next thing we need to do is we need to create one record which is mail, and it is going to be a name record. Can you see it is auto completing mail.opentfcloud.com, and here we need to add our IP address. So right now I don't have IP as the server is getting created. So let's wait for some time. Okay, we have the server IP ready also. So let me just copy it, go back and paste it right here. Let me turn off the proxy, otherwise it will create the issues. So let me save it. Okay, so we have the server IP ready right here. Next thing we need to do is we need to do SSH login. So let me just open the command prompt right here and let me do SSH login. Okay, so SSH root at an IP address. That's what we supposed to add. Let me say yes. Password is this one, and yes, we have the access to the server. Now let me clear the screen, and next thing we need to do is apt update, apt upgrade to upgrade the packages to the latest version and install. Okay, so right now this will take a little bit time. Meantime, let's do one thing. Let's see how we can install the cyber panel. So I'll type install cyber panel. By the way, in order to use cyber panel emails, we need to have the cyber panel complete setup. So that's a kind of drawback, but yeah, we have to go through it, right? Okay, this is the command to install the cyber panel. So I'm going to copy that particular command. Let me go back. The server is still getting upgraded, so let's give some time to it. Okay, now the server upgradation process has been completed. Let me paste this particular command and it should start installing the cyber panel. First, I think it should use some questions. Yeah, it is giving some questions. So yes, I need to install the cyber panel. Which version, open light speed or enterprise version? I want to use open light speed version. Then do you need the full installation? Yes, I need. Remote SQL should be disabled and the newest version possible. Do you wish to install Memcache? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now the final installation process has been started. It will take around, I'm not sure, but last time I did, at that time it took the around 15 minutes. So this time I'm going to pause the video. Once it is completely installed, then I'll unpause the video and I'll continue with the process. Okay, so right now the cyber panel has been installed, and if we check the terminal or CMD, can we see right here they are giving the all of the details that we need to log into the cyber panel. Okay, so let me quickly just copy that particular details in notepad. Okay, so in the notepad right now we have some details. Now let's do one thing, let's copy these details and try to log in into the cyber panel. Okay, so let me use this right here, click on the advanced, click on the proceed, and then let me copy the password, and username is obviously the admin. Okay, now let me click on the sign in and I should have the sign in. So right now next thing we need to do is need to click on the website and click on the create a website. So here we need to select the package default owner admin and the domain is going to be the opentfcloud.com. So let me just copy that domain name, paste it right here, and in the email I can enter anything because it is just for getting the SSL certificate. Then select the PHP, it is not needed as that like we are not going to use it. Create the mail domain, that's what is important right now, and by default they create on the mail.opentfcloud.com, or you can say mail.domain.com. So let me click on the create and that should do the thing, and that should create the mail server also, that should create the website also. So let's give us some time. Okay, so now it's saying process is done. So let me go back right here and let me click on the list of the website. So if I click on the list website, it will obviously show the website right here, and it is created website for mail domain also. Okay, now you might be wondering that we have only added the record for the mail, we didn't add for the opentfcloud.com. So why it is created? It doesn't matter. Okay, because it is the process when we create a website for this one, then only it create the mail domain for this one. Okay, so that's why we created it. Next thing we need to do is go to the mail section right here and click on the create email. Okay, that should we do. Oh, sorry. Before the mail section, let's do the DNS section and complete the DNS record. So in the DNS session, I will say delete or create DNS record. Yeah, this one. So here we need to click, and if I select the domain right here, can you see it is giving me all of the details that I need to add into the DNS, right? So first thing is obviously mail or subdomain, which is already created in my case, so I don't need to create it. This opentfcloud.com, this record is not necessarily needed, so I'm just keeping it. Next thing is double A domain name. It is also not needed. Triple A, sorry, that's a triple A. Then we have the CNAMEs, the few CNAMEs are there. These are also not most important, so I'm just keeping it. So the MX records are important that we supposed to add. So the MS record for this particular opentfcloud.com should point to the opentfcloud.com, and mail.com should be pointed to the mail.com, right? So let me just copy and add one record only, which is for the mail.com. So let's say MX record right here, and this is mail.opentfcloud.com, and it's supposed to go into the mail.opentfcloud.com, right? So that's what the record is. So let me save it. Okay, so another MX record that we supposed to add, I think the priority is supposed to be 10, right? Yeah, it is 10. Okay. Great. Now, another MX record that also can be added, which is pointing to openclave.com to the mail.coms, right? So that supposed to be added. It really depends, by the way. It really depends. Okay. So in my cases, I think I follow this particular process. If I face any issue, I'll just need to I'll let you know in the video so that you cannot add this particular record. Okay. Go ahead. Let's do the text one, and in the text one we have like pretty much good records. So let me do it faster. So first TXT record is for opentfcloud.com, and the value is this one. That's basically SPF record. Okay. Uh, TXT. Great. Let me add here at that will add the opentfcloud.com, and that will add this text record also. Okay, let me go ahead. Let me get a new demarc record. Let me go here txt, then demarc, and it should supposed to complete the opentfcloud.com at the end. And let me add that particular record here too. Okay, and the next thing is domain key, which is quite important. So make sure that you add that particular record carefully. And let me just add the value of the domain key too. Great. Then let's move to the next record, which is mail.opentfcloud.com. Okay, go here. Let me add txt mail.opentflow.com. The value is supposed to go this right here. Save it. Next record is demarc.mail.opentflow.com. Okay, let me add this one. This record is, by the way, not needed, but hence it is given in this particular list. I'm just adding as it is, because I haven't tested without this record in the past. So that's why I'm just continuing winning this particular record. Then obviously the domain key with the mail. So let me go back one more time. Let me type the TXT record, and here we go. We have this particular record too. Then at the last we have default domain key, opentfcloud.com, which is most important record. Without this record, there will be no signing on the email sending. So yeah, that's really important. So let me go here. Let me add the whole stuff here. But in the whole stuff, I think we need to do some modification, like removing the double quotes from the end. Here also, and here also. Okay, in the place of RSS. Okay, so we need to remove these particular double quotes. Okay, as I think let's do one thing. Let's paste as it is, because I am like little bit confused right here. It is saying the remove the double quotes, but if I go into the bottom, this hash is not coming right here. Okay, there is a space in between, so I'm not sure what to do. So I'm just going to keep it as it is. Okay, yeah, let's keep as it is. Okay, let me go ahead and let me click on this save, and that's supposed to save the record. Okay, now we are ready to go. Let me go here and let me SPF NS SOA SRV CAA. Okay, so all records are added. Let me go here in the create email, and obviously the first email I'm going to do is create name server, right? So I'm going to go into the email section and create email. Okay, so let me go here, select the opentfcloud.com. Don't select the mail.opentf. Okay, opentfcloud.com. Type the info right here, which is our email, and then obviously the email password. In my case, I'm going to use the random password, this one. Let me paste right here as it is. Click on the email server, create. Okay, so we have the email server created. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the access webmail right here. And in the webmail, basically, I'm going to test all of these credentials, right? So our email is opentfcloud.com info. So let me just type info at opentfcloud.com, and the password is whatever it is. So let me click on the remember me, and let me click on the sign in. Now here we need to add our name, which is flux label, not needed, save, and everything is done. Looks like they have updated interface, but yeah, the process should be same. Here we need to add one email for testing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my own email account right here. Let's send the test mail. The subject is going to be the party subject, or let's do one thing. Instead of this, use the mail tester. Okay, that's the smart way, I guess. Let me go to the mail tester. Let me copy paste. Obviously the subject is going to be the party subject that we usually use with the chat GPT. So let me just copy this particular subject, go here, paste it as it is. Let me copy the body, go back, paste it as it is. Let me remove this trash right here, and let me click on this send. And that's supposed to send email. It's saying can't send message 4 5 whatever this TLS is not available and due to local problem. Okay, it looks like the SSL certificate is not there. So let's do one thing. Let's minimize this one and go to the SSL option and click on the manage SSL. Okay, or there is a one option for the mail server SSL also separately. Let me click on the mail server SSL. Let me click on the mail.opentfcloud.com. Click on the issue SSL, and that should get us the brand new SSL certificate from the Let's Encrypt. And hopefully after that this particular error will be gone. Okay, so let's give us some time because this mail server is taking too much long. Okay, it's saying SSL issued, your mail server uses Let's Encrypt. Great. Now let me click on the send once again, and this time it's sent. Let me go here and click on the check your score. It is saying 10 out of 10. Okay, that means we are ready to use this particular mail server. So yeah, this is how you set up the mail server. But yeah, let me show you what details you should be using when you're using the Gophish. So first thing is obviously your username, which is going to be info@opentfcloud.com. So where is that? Yeah, here. This info@opentfcloud.com, that's going to be your mail server. How can I copy this? Anyway, let me just write. Okay, the username is going to be info@opentfcloud.com. The password is going to be this one. Port is going to be 587. If you don't know how to use the port and that information, it is available right here. So if you go in the mail session right here, where is the mail email? Okay, if you go to the list email, and if you click on the email which is existing, oh sorry, opentfcloud.com right here, can you see it is saying the port for SSL is 587 and 465. Okay, you can use any of those port. Your email server is obviously the mail.opentfcloud.com, but here it is not saying it. Here it is not saying it. No problem. Let's do one thing. Let's start test with the both, because see, it's been quite a while. I haven't used this particular mail provider from sorry, the cyber panel mails. So might be some issue. So we will give a try for both. Okay, opentfcloud.com also and mail.com also. The port is this one, password is this one, and username is this one, right? So yeah, that's all for this particular video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next, and in the next video we will be using uh this particular server to send the emails, right? Yeah.